Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Josh and today we are going to be talking about S5 cages and specifically the one that I think is the best on the market at the moment for your Panasonic S5. So ever since I got the S5 at the end of last year, I've been shooting a ton more handheld video, now to the point where I'm actually shooting probably more handheld than I am with my camera on a gimbal, and of course this is due to the fact that the S5 is just absolutely fantastic in terms of its IBIS and all the other features it has to help stabilize the handheld shake. So yeah, it's become a really big part of my shooting, and of course with that means that the cages and the accessories that I use to sort of bulk it out make quite a lot of difference to the results I'm able to get. And so far the cage setup that I've been using with my S5 has been the one from Smallrig with their rubber top handle, and to be honest it's been absolutely fine. However, a company called Nitze decided to get in touch with me recently and send me out their version of the S5 cage as well as one of their top handles, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's talk about some of the differences between these two cages. As you can see here, the Nitze cage is a little more chunky than a Smallrig cage and has more mounting points all over. Both cages have a cold shoe located on the right hand side and have been designed very well in my opinion. The Nitze cage feels more sturdy however, and I'd definitely say it's more suited to holding multiple accessories. So talking about the different setups I've used for handheld shooting with the S5, this one definitely feels the most sturdy to me. I think it feels extremely solid and it's all built extremely well. So I'm actually really excited about this whole setup, and actually I would say it's probably the best that I've seen so far in terms of nice compact handheld cages for this camera. The reason why I think this cage system is better than the others on the market at the moment for the S5 stems down to the way that everything fits onto the cage. It all fits extremely snug and it's very secure. So now let me get into the details of actually what is involved with this rig and what products I've used. Again, I will leave links to all the products that I speak about in this video in the description. So the handle I'm using with this setup is the Lil Stinger by Nitze. It comes with a small NATO rail that attaches to the top of the cage and is secured to the rail with a nice locking mechanism on the base of the handle. You can attach a cold shoe adapter to the front of the handle and then use a tilting monitor holder to attach your monitor of choice. I have the Nitze M54 F1 monitor holder and it attaches very securely thanks to the thumb release on the thread. To the rejoice of many S5 users, there is a compatible mini HDMI clamp that Nitze offers along with their S5 cage. It attaches to the side of the cage with a little thumb screw and it allows you to position it so that the clamp squeezes the cable handle, and this definitely helps to alleviate the risk of your port being damaged. The handle itself is actually really short, but it's been machined extremely well and still allows me to get a really good grip on the entire setup. There's a plethora of mounting holes on the grip too, so that's absolutely great if you did want to add any more cold shoe adapters or any other accessories. So as I said previously, I do think it's the way that everything fits together that makes the Nitze cage a lot nicer to use compared to the Smallrig cage. Now on the Smallrig top handle you have a cold shoe, but the thing is you can't really tighten the thumb screw on the monitor holder down tight enough in order for there to be no play there. And something that I do like about the Nitze monitor holder as well as the way that it fits into the handle is it's nice and out of the way of your grip, but it also means that you can tighten it down a lot thanks to that thumb screw, meaning your monitor's not going to go anywhere. The use of a NATO rail to attach your handle is also extremely good for me because I do flick between photo and video quite a lot, so therefore it's nice being able to take off the top handle when I don't need it. Let's say I'm shooting photo and then just use the cage as it is, because it's actually quite nice to hold and it's not too chunky so that even for photo you can still have the cage on. This is really nice because with the Smallrig cage I have to go in and unscrew the top handle each time I want to take it off for photo or then put it back on again if I want to get some handheld video, but this way you can just slide it off and on really quickly thanks to the locking mechanism on that NATO rail, so that is definitely a massive plus. And overall, I'd just say that the construction of the Nitze cage is a lot nicer as well, at least to me. I think it feels a lot more premium, and I think that this cage could definitely take more of a beating. There doesn't seem to be any weak points, and it does do a fantastic job at protecting my camera. Now, I previously made a video that actually mentioned the fact that cages are not just for mounting accessories, but also for protecting your body, and I've got to say, I feel like my camera is a lot more protected in the Nitze cage. In my opinion, the uptake from third-party companies was actually really slow in getting around to making accessories for the S5, and I'm actually really happy now there's a lot more S5 accessories coming out on the market. For the longest time, the Smallrig cage for the S5 was the only one that was actually available to people on a worldwide sort of scale, so it's now nice to know that there's companies like Nitze and even other companies like Tilta making some really high quality stuff for the S5. If you do have the Panasonic S5 and you're in the market for a cage system so you can start adding more accessories and and beefing out your handheld video setup, then I definitely recommend the Nitze S5 cage. It's built extremely well, it's very sturdy, and it does everything that you want it to do, of course, in a cage. I mean, of course, I know cages can be sometimes boring for some people, but I really do like this one, and it actually makes me quite excited to use my camera, especially when I do have that little stinger handle on the top, because it just all works so seamlessly and it feels so nice in the hand. It definitely makes the entire handheld shooting experience a lot more enjoyable. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining, useful and interesting, and if you did, then please consider subscribing, because I do make a lot of videos related to Panasonic cameras and accessories on this channel. So yeah, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Thank you.